Okay, so this is our study for our HC 301 Backyard Soundscapes class with Professor Lisa Munger. I'm Mia.
I'm Avery. I'm Chloe.
And our study is on different study spots on campus. We're characterizing them based on their soundscapes. And a soundscape is basically a mix of all noises for a certain location. So that includes biological, anthropogenic, and geological noises or geomorphic noises. So for this study, we identified different study spots in and around campus and characterized them based on their qualities of soundscapes. This includes human noise, white noise, ambient noise, and other anthropogenic sources, such as industrial noises and traffic. For me personally, going into this study, we wanted to study this because I know it varies for every person, but I don't really like a completely silent study spot, and I don't really like very loud noises, especially like construction sounds and traffic and things like that. So we wanted to research like what noises and what frequencies are like the most beneficial for cognition and focus. So from our research, we discovered that a moderate amount of noise is actually the most beneficial for creativity and just cognition in general. It's really nice to have a mix of both biological and anthropogenic noises as well, and especially biological noises such as like trees and birds chirping and things like that is really beneficial for focusing. And then over the course of 4 weeks, we examined 12 different locations. With this study, we hope to determine which locations foster the best environment to encourage academic success. And we use our results to show which locations on campus have the loudest and quietest environments and hence are the best for studying. And I wanted to make a disclaimer and say like everybody studies differently. I know some people use headphones. So we're just kind of saying like which is the loudest, which is the quietest, and which one we think will be best for like the general public. But I know everyone is different. And our research question is, which locations on the University of Oregon campus have soundscapes that are most beneficial for studying?
So for our methods, we looked at 12 different locations on campus. So that map shows there's yellow dots for each of our locations. And we chose 6 indoor and 6 outdoor. And to determine which locations to use, we kind of just thought of some of the most popular ones and like most used ones and looked at those. So each week we all were assigned one location and we recorded 7 minutes of audio in the morning, 7 in the afternoon, and 7 in the evening. So there was 21 minutes of recorded audio each week. And we used the Dayton audio recorder and then used Raven Light to analyze our data. And with Raven Light, we specifically looked at 1 minute of the 7 minutes. So we kind of zoomed in on that and looked at the average power density for that minute. And to find that 1 minute, we used a random number generator just to keep the results consistent. And also, while we were recording, we noted any observations we had about the environment that day, like people, types of noises that we were observing, and other types of things. And then for limitations, so we only were able to do 1 recording per time of day per location because just time constraints, but if we were given more time, we would obviously like to do further research and record more data in order to make the research more well-rounded. There were also limitations with the outdoor locations when it came to weather because during weeks 3 to 6 when we were recording, the weather was changing a lot. There was warmer days and colder days, so obviously more people are likely to be outdoors on a warmer day than a colder day. And also holidays or other special events on certain days can also play a role into the amount of people and noise that day as well.
And for our results, we had a lot of data. So we divided the results into 3 different categories. First, we compared indoor versus outdoor and the power density between that. And we concluded that outdoors is on average louder than it is indoors. And you can see that on the top left graph. And then we also compared time of day versus power density, and we learned that the quietest time of day was in the evening and the loudest time of day was in the afternoon. And then we also looked at the average power density per location, and per location on average, and per location regarding time of day. So we learned that quietest location on average was Allen Hall, the loudest location on average was Unthink's second floor, and we also looked at the different locations versus like outdoor and indoor, and we learned that the quietest outdoor location on average was EMU, quietest indoor was Allen Hall, the loudest indoor location was Unthink's second floor, and the loudest outdoor was GSH. So we had a lot of findings. And then, do you want to talk about the spectrum as well before I talk about the conclusion? Yeah, so we put 2 of our spectrum views on the bottom right here for both the evening inside Lilith and the evening inside Unthink's second floor, because those are the quietest and the loudest that we found. So as you can see on the top spectrum, the frequencies kind of taper off midway, whereas the bottom spectrum, the frequency, it has much higher frequencies and more consistent lines. So this just goes to show that the evening inside Lilith would be a better study spot than the evening inside Unthink's second floor, because it has more moderate frequencies. Like we said from the beginning, moderate frequencies are better for cognition. And Unthink's second floor has like a lot of high and low frequencies. Okay, and our conclusion is that if you're going to study at the University of Oregon campus, the quietest overall location indoors is Lilith, and if you want to study outside, then the quietest outside is the Fishbowl EMU. For our results, inside Unthink on the second floor was the loudest, and this appears to be the loudest because of the air conditioning. A lot of these results, or this could prove that these results could be erroneous because of the time of day and the hotness outside that made the air conditioning turn on. And in future results, in future studies, we would take out that data. Overall, this study proves helpful to students on the University of Oregon campus and serves as a guide as best places to study, and one could use this information to cater to their own needs, like Mia was saying in the beginning, because she doesn't really like quiet spaces, she could use something that has a medium amount of noise.